from the liquor store, man. How's
Indeed.
everybody doing today, man? And hey, it's Cowboys Uncut, man. So the 3 most nefarious. Listen, the company you keep is who you really are, man. So I am chilling with the most nefarious man on the planet right now,
which is HBM Sports.
LandLord from Alabama. The nefarious one is his Twitter handle. If you want to go get the boy a follow, the nefarious one. And then Uncle West Coast is not a good influence for anybody. But yeah, so we're the most nefarious people in the world apparently, because we all hang together. So
true.
Cowboys Uncut is coming to y'all live, unfiltered, unadulterated. And we're gonna bring y'all the best content on the face of the earth, man.
Put the kids to bed.
Yeah,
we just joking.
We ain't lying though. Like, we will say something egregious.
It's called Uncut for a reason.
Like, I'm gonna cut somebody out before the night's over with. So that's just part of my charm. That's just part of my charm. So
gotta love it. You gotta love it.
Gots to love it. So yeah, man. But y'all know the usual rules of engagement. You tap in with your content creators, man. If you're live on West Coast page, y'all make sure y'all go run those likes and shares up for my brother. He should be in here momentarily. So y'all make sure y'all show him some love and support on his way in. If you're over here in the liquor store getting drunk with me on the content, hit that like button, hit that share button. If you're over there in Alabama trapped out with LandLord, there's crack smoke in the building.
Oh no.
Packs on the floor.
Yikes. We ain't doing that, but a little, I don't smoke, but they might have a little smoking, a little trees in there playing Madden and stuff. This ain't that kind of trap now. What you got going on?
Hey man, Jesus said he emerged from the crack smoke. I'm like, damn, man, what you doing, Jesus? That's why that man bald right now and took the hair out top his head. I messed with the chemicals.
Smoked the crack off his head.
Man,
good.
It was awful. Hey, Justin Kitchen, what's up with you, man? Thank you for tapping in. Hallelujah in the building. Spin back gang. Ricky Scott, Miss Regina Green with the green. Joe Chanchina, Rico Jones in the building.
Miss Regina Green with the green.
Hey, that's just her name at this point, man. Like, it's not even a nickname. That's a government at this point.
Y'all shouldn't have let y'all got. Hey, I'm the nickname king now. I'm one of the nickname kings in the space now. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed. T-Smooth TV, man. Willie Stovall, part of the Spin Back Gang. Lucky Johnson, Bad Intentions. The Nell Berry Sports Highlights.
Hold on, wait a minute. It's somebody named Bad Intentions?
Yeah.
And he ain't in the trap?
He in the liquor store. Listen.
He must be in the liquor store. Hey, you got Bad Intentions in the liquor store too, though.
I mean, listen.
I had some names on my side, boy. Bad Intentions is just, that's different.
My boy Short Dog said the Broncos ain't scared to take that dead cap hit. Yes, because they're not winning anything anyway. Because you got to add context to that. Like, them boys were paying him and weren't sniffing the playoffs. Like, Russell Wilson won 11 of 30 possible games. And he had real outlier beef with his head coach. You cannot compare that to what's going on in Dallas, my boy. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, you're a 12-win team. You won a division. And Dak Prescott, unlike Russell Wilson, played good. That's the other thing you got to sit back there and think about. So, hey, but if you want the Dallas Cowboys to eat $90+ million and go ahead and break their record, it's fine. You want to break their record they just set. That's
$85 million in dead money. You said it's 51 year and 35 1 year.
Yeah, they got to eat 35 this year. They have to eat 50 the next year.
Yikes.
Because you remember, like, everything is pushed forward. When you cut somebody, if you had multiple dead years on the back end, it's not broken up over those dead years. You got to eat it at one time on the dead money. So he'll be off the team this year, and then the dead money on the back end, you got to get pushed forward. And they have to eat the whole 50 in 2025.
And then, like you said, the reason they can withstand that type of cap hit is because they ain't trying to win. They in a rebuild. You know what I'm saying? They gotta be. So now I thought about it here, and we were talking about what kind of quarterback they gonna get. They probably don't want no quarterback. They gonna draft a quarterback and let them develop.
Yeah, because you gotta think about it. Jared Judy, they're probably not gonna pay Jared Judy,
Jerry.
right? they're probably not going to pay most of the other guys over there. So what they don't care about the cap space. We would have to say, all right, we're not going to sign Dak. We're also not going to sign CeeDee Lamb. We're also not going to sign Michael Parsons. Y'all ain't trying to hear no shit like
y'all
that.
don't want to see all them great players, them great stars go away from here, and we got to start from scratch. I'm not about that life. I'm telling you, you're not either. I'm a Spurs fan. I said that again. We are in a full rebuild right now. We have 12, 13 wins. It is not for the weak. It is not for the faint of heart. I'll tell you that. You gotta be ready for this. Now I know we had a 3-13 year, some stuff like that when that was recently. We had some bad years, but y'all ain't ready for that consistently.
That's the year
y'all ain't ready for that consistently. That's the year we got Dak and Zeke.
Yeah,
well, we got Dak. We got Zeke with the fourth overall pick,
like third or fourth overall pick. Because remember, it was in between getting Zeke and getting Jalen Ramsey, and we chose Zeke. And I understand it. It paid dividends for us.
I don't even know which way you want to go with that. I think Zeke might have had the better career though, didn't it? It's kind of close. Because Jalen had injuries too. And Jalen missed games too. But Jalen jumped from team to team too. I don't think Jalen would have never left. He would have never left the Cowboys though. He wouldn't have left the Cowboys if he would have played like that.
Jerry wouldn't let him leave. You see, they made sure they locked up Diggs.
What y'all think? Let's just do that real quick, and then we're going to get back to the content. We ain't got to really wait on the answer. We can kind of look at the answers, but who had the better career? Zeke or Jalen Ramsey? Did we make the right decision? I think Zeke did. I think Zeke was better for us at the time. I don't think Dak would have been able to do what he did without Zeke, just being real, because he was a young player. He leaned heavily on Zeke. So without Zeke, that 2016 season wouldn't have been so. So you add Jalen Ramsey to that 2016 team, we would have still had a bad defense and would have had a rookie quarterback with no run game.
No run game.
He worked out better for us. I can say that.
Yeah. I'll answer it twofold. Zeke was the best pick for us, and Jalen Ramsey.
Think he had a better career, even though Zeke was the rushing champ 2 years in a row.
Yeah, I think Jalen Ramsey has more All-Pro selections. True, Super Bowl champion.
You can't do that with the Super Bowl, right?
All those other things.
You got to bow down to that.
Yeah, so I think Jalen Ramsey's made All Pros, more Pro Bowls. And listen, he's still on somebody's team. He's still on an active roster. Zeke will have to get picked up by somebody to remain in the NFL. So but you also got to think about it. Like, running backs have a shorter shelf life. Yeah, see, he's a 3-time first team All Pro, a 7-time Pro Bowl. Jalen Ramsey is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
like Jalen Ramsey is already a Hall of Famer, and he's not even 30 years old yet. So yeah, Jalen Ramsey.
I think Zeke probably could have been. If they wouldn't have took that year from him, he was hot that year. He was hot in that time period right there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So let's talk about it, man. Y'all know y'all came here for some content, and we're here to give y'all some content, man.
Absolutely.
You said it's working. Okay, cool. So peep this. We know the Dallas Cowboys might actually move on from both of their offensive linemen. They already pretty much said that Tyron Smith won't be back. There's a possibility that Tyler Badass ain't gonna be back. And listen, if it was keeping Tyron Smith and then saying bye to Tyler Badass, I could stomach it. You know what I mean? But there's only 5 starting offensive linemen in the damn on your team. There's only 5. There's only 5 positions.
And you down 2.
And you're down 2. So that's 40% of your offensive line being gone. One of them having made a Pro Bowl in the last 2 years, and the other one having just made an All-Pro selection last year. And listen, I'm not the biggest Tyler Biotis fan, but I also know when you quit your job, you're actually supposed to already have a job lined up before you quit your job. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't just give you advice like, man, fuck that job, man. Don't go to work tomorrow. And be like, what am I supposed to do after that? I don't know, man. Just quit it. Just quit. I don't know.
That
Just
ain't
quit.
gonna work.
Like that's not the plan. So, the Dallas Cowboys don't necessarily have a plan for either one. If we're being honest. If we're being honest, like we can't really say we got a solid plan, because they could move Tyler Smith back to left tackle, but that's not a guarantee. Like how do we know at this point Tyler Smith even wants to go back to left tackle?
Let's do this exercise. We do two of them. We do what we think and what's more likely.
Well, can I use this graphic? Can I make the graphic?
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay. So this is offensive line scenarios for 2024.
That's perfect for it then.
Okay.
Way to go.
I think ahead, man.
Yeah. I like it.
Bad Intention said Tyron hasn't played a full season since Barack Obama was president. It's safe to say it's time to move on. Move on to who then, Bad Intentions? Because let me also throw something out there. Lane Johnson hasn't played a full season. I don't know how long. About the same amount of time. You don't see the Eagles fans trying to get rid of Lane Johnson. Like when you're a tackle, you play this long, you're gonna miss a couple games here and there. And the man, this is the wrong time talking about him missing games. Like, listen, I was trying to get rid of Tyron Smith going into the 2023 season, right? The off season leading up to this season, I was down to get rid of Tyron Smith because he had only played 17 games in 3 years, right? He played double-digit games this year. He made an All-Pro selection. He was designated to be the second best left tackle in the National Football League. So my question to you, why would I move on from that and I don't even have a backup plan on the roster right now?
Exactly.
All right.
So we could probably pick our two out of these scenarios because they got them illustrated perfectly. You gonna go first, ACM?
Yeah, let me just read it off for everybody just in case y'all can't see them. These are just offensive line scenarios. So one scenario, Tyler Smith moving back to left tackle, TJ Bass being left guard, Brock Hoffman being elevated to the starting center, Zach Martin being the starting right guard, Terrence Steele being the starting right tackle. Scenario two, they draft a rookie. They put a rookie there as the starting left tackle. They keep Tyler Smith at the left guard position. They still elevate Brock Hoffman because they cheap like that. Zach Martin remains in his position and Terrence Steele stays at his own. Third option, Tyler Smith still gets kicked to the left tackle position. TJ Bass comes up and he's the starting left guard. They draft a rookie center. They get a rookie center. It could be JPJ from Oregon. It could be the boy from Duke. Could be the boy from West Virginia. It could be anybody. Like they're gonna take a rookie center high, put him with Zach Martin and Terrence Steele. That's an option.
Oh my God.
Option 4. A rookie, Tyler Smith stays there. Somehow, some way, they get a deal done with Tyler Biotis and he stays at center. Zach Martin at the right guard spot, then Terrence Steele. The next one is Tyler Smith still taking the position of left tackle, right? Because they did tell me he was the left tackle of the future. What the future now, my nigga? I'm gonna get your ass on out there. TJ Bass being the starting left guard. Tyler Biotis still staying, being the starting center. Zach Martin, Terrence Steele. And then number 6, 2 rookies. We're going to get a rookie left tackle, and we're going to use our second pick to get a rookie center. Tyler Smith is going to be the starting left guard. Zach Martin, the starting right guard, and then Terrence Steele. And listen, I see everybody saying 3 right now. So let's look at 3. The box has spoken. The chat box has spoken. They want number 3. They don't want to talk about nothing else. Tyler Smith, take your ass to left tackle. Folks say they love TJ Bass. Rookie center, Zach Martin and Terrence Steele. That's what I've seen the most of so far. Then my boy Ratio said 1. So Ratio is taking the Stephen Jones approach for real. Not saying it's a bad thing, but he really like his guy because ain't nan new face on here. Tyler Smith, TJ Bass, Brock Hoffman, Zach Martin, Terrence Steele. And listen, that's not a bad lineup. And if you actually think about it, if you think Brock Hoffman can hold up, that's not a bad lineup.
Which one you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Which one? The last one you said?
Number one is Tyler Smith, TJ Bass, Brock Hoffman, Zach Martin, Terrence Steele.
That's the one you said you on. Yeah,
that's the one. That's the one that Stephen Jones would do if he could. If he could just elevate the people on his team and just move some people around, you don't think he would not want to? He don't really want to give first round money to an offensive lineman either.
So y'all think that's the dollar bill way right there?
That's the most dollar bill one there, and it makes sense if Brock Hoffman holds up because I like Tyler Smith. Even though it's a question mark, him going back to left tackle. I like TJ Bass, even though he a question mark, not having seen him in 17 games. And I do like Brock Hoffman. I just ain't seen enough to say he my starting center. So, like, none of these are going to be perfect, bro. It's just going to be like, which one sucks the less? That's going to be the question. Which one sucks less?
I got a question that'll kind of clear this up for us, like what we think. Which one do you have the most faith in? A rookie center or a rookie left tackle?
Rookie center.
What is your reasoning?
My reasoning for rookie center is because as long as he can snap the ball and get the ball to Dak Prescott can mediate some of the protection calls himself because he's a 9-year veteran. Rookie left tackle, a guy he gets beat, my season might be over because the dude might snap Dak Prescott in half. So like risk reward, like he doesn't have to be the best person, the center does, because he's going to get support from the left guard, he's going to get support from the right guard, and the protection part that actually mental. Like Dak Prescott is at the point of his career where he can help set the protections.
I'm asking because I'm like, when you think about it, it's like that rookie center, even though Dak might know all the protections and could change it, the center still got to know him too. You know what I'm saying? He still got to know what Dak is commanding of him. So he still got a lot to learn. Like the center is the most knowledgeable position. It has to be. He got to know a lot of stuff. So I mean, even though Dak is,
what the fuck did Tyler Biadasz know?
He knew how to be bad. That's why we trying to upgrade. You know what I'm saying? We trying to upgrade. So I mean, I'm just saying though, like the center is one of the most knowledgeable positions. Even though left tackle is the harder position because they going up against the better athletes on the island, basically with no help. But the center do need to know a lot of stuff. So I mean,
it's both. And
I'm a little undecided, so that's why I asked.
I left off another scenario that I didn't even bring up, and that involves Austin Richards playing left tackle. But that just sounded so bad in my mind. I just left the boy off. But my boy Bad Intention said they're about to make Dak Prescott a $60 million a year man. You think you're not going to put an all-pro tackle in like Tyler Smith? But he's an all-pro player. He's not an all-pro tackle, but he is an all-pro player. And he's still probably the best tackle option that you have too, bro. You know what I mean? Like, let's keep it real. Tyler Smith is the best offensive lineman you have.
Yes, he is. Even over Zach now.
At this moment in time, even over Zach Martin. I know Zach Martin got the Purple Hearts and shit. Tyler Smith at this moment in time is the best offensive lineman that you have. So, hey, Bad Attention, I agree with you in that.
Now, we ain't no disrespect to Zach because we still love Zach. We still know he's great, but he's not the same guy, and he shouldn't be after all this time he been playing. And Tyler Smith is a young bull. He's ready. I done seen him destroying people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about dominant people who was destroying other people. What I'm saying? Yeah. Tyler was whipping folks, man.
But and hey, he may also know how to play left tackle too. But we're not also going to sit here and act like he was this godsend at left tackle his rookie year. That man gave up sacks. That man had penalties. He did better than what we thought he would. That's why we liked him. But we're not going to sit here and act like the production we got from him at guard is the same kind of production that we got from him at left tackle. That's why it's a question mark.
True.
Gonna see folks in there act like it's a crazy idea for him not to play left tackle. Matter of fact, when money is involved, we got Zach Martin telling niggas he ain't gonna play positions. So you don't think Tyler Smith, now that he's an all-pro, won't tell them to kiss his ass if they ask him to move positions and he don't want to go? They let Zach Martin get away with it. So I don't know. We can't act like it's a foregone conclusion that he'll move back out there.
True. I mean, like I said, if I'm thinking about the player, it's really unfair. but I'm not thinking about the player. I'm thinking about the Cowboys. So, I mean, he'll be okay. He'll be all right.
I mean, he gonna tell you he's okay, and he gonna ask you what you gonna do about it.
I mean, but yeah, but the thing about it with him, you gotta think about this. At the same time, left tackle like that, it'll be. I have to look. If I'm Tyler Smith, like if Tyler was my son, I'd say that. If Tyler Smith was my son, if he moved back to left tackle, it'll have to be some stimulations in place. It'll have to be, okay, Steven, I'm willing to do whatever I need to do for the team. But when contract time come around next year and year after that, you're going to have to take care of me, bro. I'm going to need something in writing. Because think about it. If he don't become an all-pro, you just took me off my best position. So now when it's contract time, you might try to do me dirty. Oh, you win that good this year. Just imagine if he don't live up to what he did this year at a different position. Is that his fault at that point? See what I'm saying? I have to have me something in writing, sir. You gotta take care of me because you taking me away from my best position. Indeed. But like I said, we did see him as a tackle in his rookie year. We got to remember that. This is second year Tyler. You see what I'm saying? This is not Tyler of the first year because any rookie going to struggle regardless. He's a second year player. And who's to say he wouldn't, huh?
He'll be a third year by the time you go out there.
Well, yeah, next year. But I was saying like last year, let's say what if he would have started as a left tackle? We might have would have got the same guy at tackle. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? It might have been the second year. It might have been just a second year jump that he was destined to be. We just got it at another position. So I don't know.
My boy said at this point, leave Tyler at guard. Let me ask y'all reasoning. If you want Tyler Smith at left tackle, elaborate. If you want to keep Tyler Smith at guard, elaborate. Give me y'all thought points. Give me y'all theses on which direction you would go and why. My boy Eli said, imagine year 3, Tyler at guard, he gonna be even better.
Mm-hmm. If you let him sit where he at, man, he probably
he might be the best.
He gonna be smacking shit.
Might be the best guard in the National Football League.
He might be right now.
So hey, that's a good problem to have that flexibility. It is a good problem to have. I don't know, man. I don't really know if I like any of these. I don't know if I'm gonna say it like this. I don't know if I love any one of these combinations. Like that's something I like, but I don't know if I love any one of these combinations. Especially if these motherfuckers use both our top draft picks to get a tackle in the center.
We do that, I'm gonna be hurt.
Man,
we're gonna be praying for Brandon Cooks and Jalen Tolbert to take new leaps.
You know they're gonna sell you on Jalen Brooks, bro. They're gonna try to sell us on Jalen Brooks. But that's what happens when you let them create holes on the team, man. He said Tyler going to left tackle for the vet protection as opposed to rookie having Dak's blind side. No idea, bro. No idea which way they go about it. Because you got to think about it. They're in the process, low key, of rebuilding this offensive line. Because they already said that Tyron Smith won't be back. Zach Martin does not have that much longer to play. You're probably going to have to replace your center this year. So, hey, if they draft they're going to probably draft somebody regardless, if we're being honest. It might be a guard, it might be a center, it might be a tackle. But they are going to have to eventually get younger at the offensive line. Because you don't really have that much time with most of these guys anyway. Like most of these guys ain't gonna be around that long. You good over there?
Yeah.
Matt Leslie said, "My thing is they used to say play your best lineman and left tackle, and this title for us."
True.
What 113? What up? He said, "This definitely ain't all in. This shit is all
all out of whack." That's what it is. It's all out of whack. All out of sorts. It's a many phrases you can make. It's out of whack, out of sorts. It's all of that, man. But we got to get it right, though. We got to get it right. Shout out to Peter Rizzo, man. I ain't seen you in a minute. Well, you usually be on Facebook. That's what it is.
Salute to Peter Rizzo. Then. Salute.
What's happening? To all the people rocking with us, man. But that offensive line in shambles. I asked the people on my show earlier. I said, what is the most urgent problem we have on this team? Like if the ambulance, how you say ambulance? How you say it? Yeah, how y'all say it over there? Y'all country with it too. Ambulance. You know, some people be like ambulance. Some people might say anything. But look, if the ambulance was on the way to the Cowboys for our urgent problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which one would they stop for first? I said it's O-line for sure now.
Oh, I was gonna say they were gonna stop and grab Steven ass.
He's the problem for real.
That nigga's a cancer.
Well, you know what I mean. I still see people disagreeing. Linebacker, no. O-line would be the first stop right now.
Mm-hmm. O-line has to be at this point, unfortunately. Well, we had that under control.
Yeah.
You see what one move? You see what one move do to you?
When you dealing with 1 out of 5,
it's rough.
1 out of 5, that's like taking LeBron off the squad. You know what I'm saying? Look at the O-line like a basketball team. Each one of them players important.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, there are only 5 spots.
Take LeBron off the team and tell me how comfortable you are.
To get rid of Stephen Jones. Last year I was saying we needed to trade Tyron. Now it's CD. Why we got to trade CD?
We ain't got to do nothing like that now. We ain't got to do nothing like that. But we do need to find a solution to this O-line, though. We definitely got to find a solution.
So bad intentions, if you only count postseason, you ain't been happy in a very long time if you're a Dallas Cowboys fan. Very long time. Yeah, you only count postseason, then like shit, you only done seen four wins that you can be happy about. And
I
don't know. And hey, listen, half of them came from Dak Prescott, so I don't really know what to tell you. Because you old enough to live through, Quincy Carter, you lived through Drew Bledsoe, you lived through all these other random ass quarterbacks we had out there. Then I don't know what to tell you. But I just think it's funny that we can go from all-pro quarterback to all-pro quarterback and still not win shit. That starts to make me believe that's more of an organizational issue and not just the quarterback. Shout out to Trail Stoker for the $1.99 for your mind. He says, salute to HTM and LandLord. Appreciate y'all. We appreciate you too. Man.
Salute.
Because think about it like this, LandLord. We were talking shit about the Green Bay Packers for only winning 2 championships with Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks. 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks, and you only got 2 championships out of them. You had like 40 years damn near of elite quarterback production. You got 2 championships. Well, can't you say like an all-pro quarterback is good enough to win a championship with? You can say that, right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if you've seen lesser quarterbacks do it, then you should be able to do it with Dak. That's what people fail to realize. If you've seen lesser people do it, you should be able to do it with Dak. It's clearly not just Dak then. See what I'm saying?
It wasn't just Romo either. That's sort of the point.
Yeah, it's clearly not just one problem.
They said when Dak played teams like Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen, What happens? I'm not impressed. Spinning up on the NFC East. Well, my guy, I hate to tell you this, Patrick Mahomes' division sucks. Just like Josh Allen division sucks. Like half they wins come against teams that suck. And you can't even say that about Josh Allen because he got his shit pushed in by the Jets. He lost to the New England Patriots. So you actually do got to play those NFL teams you're talking about. Also, Dak Prescott played good games against teams outside of the NFC East. Like Dak Prescott played well enough to beat the Miami Dolphins. He played well enough to beat the Detroit Lions.
He beat them.
Yeah, he beat the Detroit Lions. He played, Dak Prescott played some good games against teams outside the NFC East. So, yeah, man, it's all Gucci, though. You just out on the quarterback, and that's fine. But we're not going to sit here and act like there's a mythical line of demarcation that prevents Dak Prescott from winning championships.
We got to take the variables away. It's an experiment, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's an experiment. If you seen other teams win with a worse quarterback, how would you just figure that your better quarterback is the reason you're not winning? Like this is common sense stuff, y'all. Like we've seen this, right? We've seen worse quarterbacks go further.
Yeah, that's sort of the point. He said Brock Purdy playoff wins in one season. Every quarterback they get wins. Jimmy Garoppolo went to a Super Bowl, just like Brock Purdy. And nobody here today believes Brock Purdy or Jimmy Garoppolo or these amazing ass quarterbacks. So we got to stop acting like it wasn't the fact that they had a complete super team. We're not going to sit here and act like they didn't have Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, Trent Williams, best linebacking core, National Football League. They got every goddamn thing. Everything. And your team is a team that allowed 30 points per game against teams with winning records. And that's the defense you got. You have no run game. So I'm just saying.
True.
Said Bad Intention said Tony Romo and Dak Prescott got 4 playoff wins combined, 22 years. You call that lucky? I mean, dealing with the Joneses, yes. You not see the way that they do business? Do you not see some of the teams that Tony Romo had to play on? Did you not see some of the defenses we put together? We literally drafted a running back and said having a good offense is the best defense. Like they realized our defense sucked and their plan was just not to have them play. So they drafted
Bad Intentions a Cowboy fan?
I have no idea. He's just here to argue though, but it's fine.
I just want to know. I mean, it ain't no problem either or, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's just good to know.
He said the 49er offensive skill positions are all pros. I said the Rams, Eagles, and 49ers have been to the Super Bowl multiple times. Dak Prescott era was 6 different quarterbacks. Yeah, that sounds exactly what I'm saying. It sounds like an organizational failure since everybody else is going. You also realize that going is not the goal. I'll give respect to the Rams, you know, but yeah, 49ers ain't won shit since before us. Like they got a longer draft than we do. So I'm glad you brought that up.
They just make it further and lose.
Yeah, I do really want to know because I don't feel like Bad Intentions is really a Dallas Cowboys fan.
He said the Rams, the Eagles. Oh, what are you talking about? You got about 16 teams?
He talking about the teams that made it to Super Bowls in the Dak Prescott era. What about all the teams that made it to the Super Bowl in the Dallas Cowboys era not winning a Super Bowl? Why we acting like Dak Prescott on the quarterback here?
What about the teams that won Super Bowls? Not about the teams who visited the Super Bowl.
Bad Intentions, you're going to have to go in timeout. I'm not finna argue with you. You have a good day, brother. I'm like, yeah, we're not finna worry about you. You can have your little period or whatever you have. You can have that, you know, somewhere else. This might not be the show for you.
He told you he had bad intentions now.
Yeah, we ain't fucking with that nigga. So, see, I try to let you make it, but, you know, you're being unreasonable. You're being very unreasonable, so it's fine.
I'm just saying, y'all, like we gotta think critically here. It's not that hard to look at it. Like, if of course Dak could have played better in some games. We're not saying that that's not a problem. You know, we do need him to perform better when it's time. But at the same time, we've seen people not do that. We've seen people not be as good as we want Dak to be. and they still going further than he did. Like, I don't get it. Like, we gotta have like I said on my show, we gotta have a uniform standard that we asking from people. Like, I think that's fair. We would have asked Dak to be perfect.
Yeah, you gotta be perfect to win games in Dallas. I say I love Henny when he gets all gangster. It's just that folks don't think or talk rationally. And you try to let them get time to course correct, but sometimes you gotta say fuck that shit.
I seen Lamar Jackson get held up with crutches throughout the playoffs. I actually seen some moments where Pat was too. You know what I'm saying? But Dak didn't get a fighting chance. He didn't have a puncher's chance. As soon as he got out there, it was KO.
He said, so he a troll. So all right, so fuck him. My boy said, I believe Dak just became a father. He did. So congratulations to Dak Prescott for having a healthy baby girl. MJ was born on February the 29th. I knew my quarterback was smart. He only got to celebrate that shit every 4-5 years, whatever it is. So salute.
So what you got to do, like, you got to decide, okay, you was born on the 28th or the 27th?
Or the 1st.
Or the 1st. Okay.
You're going to either be the 28th
She going to have 3 birthdays.
Man, it must be nice.
She going to have 3 different birthdays. She going to have to be, now she got more, you know what I'm saying? It make more sense for her, like some of these other people, like they try to turn up for the whole month. You know what I'm saying? Like my birthday the whole month, like she got a better reason to,
Better reason than most people do.
Celebrate the whole month, MJ.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me see. All right, so that. All right, so this is Joey Ike. Salute to him. There's some gray area. People don't know if the extension actually going to get done with Dak Prescott. So since he brought him up, we might as well talk about him. So he was bringing up Dak Prescott during the offensive line conversations. Let's just go ahead and fucking talk about Dak Prescott then.
True.
All right, so Dak would be the most accomplished quarterback, not named Tom Brady or Peyton Manning, to ever hit free agency. And he be 5 years and 1 major neck surgery younger than Peyton and 12 years younger than Tom. So what people are saying, all pro quarterbacks don't end up on the streets that much.
This will be, now look at all the weird stuff y'all want your Cowboys to do. We just gave up an all-pro left tackle to the streets. We told Tyron he belonged to the streets, right?
Yep.
Second best tackle in football. We said we good with you. Bye. Now you want to do the same thing with a quarterback? Count me out. Count me out on that. I'm good. Count me out.
Man, that shit is crazy. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find this Brandon Marshall video. I don't have it loaded in, but I am going to screen share and play the motherfucker. So give me 2 seconds.
Tony Duncan says Tyron will be back. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Not after the ish they talked.
Yeah, they talking crazy.
All right, let me see. Oh, here it go.
He said, "Why you talking like MLK, hen?"
Hey, y'all.
You did have your "I had a dream" speech going.
I was hoping y'all caught on, man. I had a dream that the Dallas Cowboys did some dumb shit.
That one day.
Oh man, here it go. All right, so this is Brandon Marshall, what he had to say in regard to this Dak Prescott shit.
The Cowboys need Dak Prescott more than Dak Prescott needs the Cowboys. From a business standpoint, they have to play nice with Dak because Dak has all the leverage. Can't franchise tag him. He has a no trade clause. He's hitting the cap for a crazy amount of money. Dak Prescott not only has the leverage from a business perspective, but also from a production standpoint. The only thing Dak Prescott hasn't done is win a Super Bowl. And last I checked, there's a lot of legendary quarterbacks that never won a Super Bowl. There's a lot of legendary quarterbacks like John Elway that didn't win a Super Bowl until the last 2 years of his career. John Elway was done. John Elway had duct tape wrapped around his elbows and knees and hips to keep him on the field.
Duct tape?
Well, maybe I'm exaggerating that part a little bit. Tape was holding him together. And at the very end of his career, he wins 2. So there's still a lot of football left for Dak Prescott. He has to win, and winning cures all. And if he does, he can find himself amongst some of the great. He could be a potential Hall of Famer. Look at the numbers. I'm not going to bore you guys with all the numbers. You guys do your own freaking research. Dak Prescott through 8 years, compare him to Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger, add others in there and see where he matches up. It's identical, or in some categories, even better.
Actually, Dak is better than in most categories except for the Super Bowls. Outside of that, I think I got the graphic.
I got the graphic too.
Oh, you do? Go ahead.
Yeah, I be spinning the block.
Yeah,
I got it right here.
Actually, go ahead.
Yeah, so this is
I forgot you was the man with the numbers. My bad, bro. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
My bad, bro. I forgot.
Listen, you be trying to expand your horizons. How could I hate on that? How could I hate on my boy trying to expand his horizons, man?
All right.
So this is them through their first 8 years. So Dak Prescott and Big Ben played more games, like 114 and 114, right? Win-loss record goes to Tom. He was 80. It was 86 and 24.
He the greatest ever, though, right? I think he got the greatest win percentage ever.
Yeah, he's
like this is NFL history, though. That's the only reason he that high up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Then Big Ben was 80 and 33. He was winning a bunch of games in between, funneling the women. Dak Prescott 73 and 41. Dak Prescott also has a top 25 all-time win percentage. People don't talk about that. Drew Brees was barely over 500. 55.
Now, if you compare Dak to Drew Brees, just saying their names, they'll swear that Drew Brees was head and shoulders better than Dak Prescott. Most people would. Drew Brees just off of name recognition.
Drew Brees didn't win a championship till year 9. But hey, Dak Prescott beats them all in completion percentage, 67%, which is one of the highest in NFL history. Beats them in passing yards, per game, has more total passing touchdowns than either one of them did at that point. Less interceptions than all of them. He only has 74 right now, but he has a turnover problem though, right?
He's the interception poster child. What do you mean?
I know, right?
This math ain't mathing next to him. This can't be right.
Yeah, he had less interceptions than them, better passer rating.
Timeout. Don't do that. We can't just pass by that like that. We gotta have a conversation about this.
Well, fine, let's have a conversation, bro.
Because listen, that got less interceptions than all of these dudes, and then we know they good players and great players. But think about this. Have any of these dudes listen to the power of being a Dallas Cowboy, right? Have any of these dudes ever been known as the interception guy?
Of course not.
None of these dudes ever had a point in their career where they was interception dude. Never. And the one that's just so happen has less than all of them guys, he got interception man on his resume.
Man, that man got double digits. Like there's a double digit gap in between them. That man, Big Ben, got 26 more. Tom Brady got 12 more. Drew Brees got 25 more. Like, come on,
bro. Think about that. Like, that just let y'all know, like, bro, they be treating this man unfairly. Stuff like that let you know everything you need to know.
Yeah, and before y'all talk about titles, Dak and Drew Brees, neither one of them niggas had got championships at year 8. Drew Brees was still trying to figure it out. He didn't win his title to year 9, and he never won another one.
Choctaw interception man. That's what they call that man, man. They asking little kids and everything, and they talking about this man throwing interceptions. So listen, they didn't push that narrative all through the roof. They have. And this man got less interceptions than all these people at that point in time. And none of these guys ever was known as that. Never.
Ever. And it wouldn't be fair to call him that anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they threw 30 interceptions in a season, Jameis.
Don't do Jameis like that. He is a hometown hero out here.
Man.
Dang, Jameis, man. Why you had to do us like that, man? We was so proud of Jameis. He from down the street here. That man from down the street. Crazy.
He gonna be back around the corner too, throwing picks like that.
Man, shout out to Jameis Winston.
Shout out to Jameis Winston, man. I'm just
don't
telling
do
you,
my
dog.
guy like that, man. He crazy though. He crazy.
He
Good
funny,
crazy.
dog. And of
He
course,
funny
as a mug, dog.
Oh man.
And
Good
then of
old
course,
Jameis.
you know, Dak blows him out in all the rushing categories.
True. So what are we talking about here, Hen? What is the discussion?
What is the discussion?
Rushing touchdowns, good grief.
Yeah,
we know them boys don't run though.
They don't run.
Ben kind of scrambled a little though. Look,
Yeah,
Ben,
Ben got
look
14.
at Ben numbers now. Come on now, Ben. Hey, Dak was just better than you because Ben used to run.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I remember Ben scrambling around.
Yeah, Ben makes stuff happen now. I used to like watching Big Ben play too.
Ben used to be kind of gangster, did it? I think we just ain't seen too many big dudes like that. We ain't seen too many big dudes scrambling like that.
Yeah, not moving around like that, bro.
Yeah. Ben was kind of fascinating to watch, though, low-key. I ain't gonna lie. Because we was like, look, the thing about Big Ben, once you get back there, you still ain't guaranteed to get no sack. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this dude is big. You need some help.
Yeah, you need more people.
You might need some help. You got to hold him and wait for some reinforcements to come. Shit, it ain't guaranteed.
Nah, nothing in life is guaranteed, especially second Big Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
Now, you see how easy it is to say nice thing about other people's quarterbacks?
True.
And they can't do it?
They can't do it for Dallas, though. Not for Dak.
They can't. They barely want to do it for Troy. And he won. So they
they still disrespect Troy.
Yeah, so like it just comes with the territory, man. He said that Saints defense won that Super Bowl. That and the fact that Sean Payton had the balls to kick an onside kick coming out of halftime, that was crazy.
That was gangster, and it worked.
He said, nah, you're lying, because Drew Brees had absolutely no playoff success in his first 8 years. Peyton Manning had no playoff success in his first 8 years.
True.
So, you know, it's narrative. Now, listen, they were talking crazy about Peyton Manning, too, up to that point, until they couldn't talk about him no more.
A lot of people were saying that he couldn't win the big one.
Yep. So, hey, I'm just saying, not all these dudes, they ended up having playoff success. It was after year 8, though. Just like people talking all good about Matthew Stafford right now. They had nothing good to say about Matthew Stafford or the state of Michigan, let alone the city of Detroit, when he was there. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, they hate you when they hate you, then they love you again when you start winning.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't try to put these labels on guys that say they can't win or they never get over the hump. This takes time for some people. Some of these people are first ballot Hall of Fame quarterbacks, and it took them almost a decade to get it done.
It's not easy.
In some people's cases, it took them over a decade. But like, if you talk to somebody about Steve Young, they would have swore that he was drafted by the 49ers. They act like he didn't go to Tampa Bay as a lottery pick, failed, and had to sit behind Steve Young for all those years to get back into the league. Like, he was awful.
You mean Joe Montana?
Yeah, Joe Montana. Yeah. What hit you with a $4.99 for the mind, man? He said, give Dak a serious defense and better play caller. And when you can kiss the baby, we can see that trophy being held up.
Facts. Like I said, this is I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I think we gave Dak a decent amount of time. So I'm gonna say this. This is the last thing I need to see from Dak. If I can see Dak with a good run game, he gotta have a decent O-line to be fair. At least a decent one. Cause I've seen Dak be great with a bad O-line. I've seen it. You have too. He got hurt that year though. But it wasn't because of the line necessarily. But Well, he wasn't running for his life. He was kind of scrambling. That was a freak accident. But we've seen Dak ball with a bad O-line before. We've seen that. And, I just got to see him with a decent O-line, a good run game, and a great defense, or a good to great. A defense that'll play like a good defense when it's time.
Well, see, hey, real quick, Danny, he's had that at different points. When he had Zeke, he didn't have a defense. When he had a defense, Zeke
was a pup.
Yeah,
when
he got the defense, Zeke was declining like hell. And then we talk about the defense, like it's still shaky.
The
like
defense is not legitimate. They was good the last couple of years in the playoffs. We can't take that from them. Never. But what the run game was looking like?
Yeah, we haven't been able to stop a run since probably Dak Prescott's rookie year.
Stopping the run and running the ball, Danny, you a draft guru, self-proclaimed. So you can't tell me that ain't bare. Don't that sound like playoff football?
Yeah,
running the ball and stopping the run. That's the playoffs in a nutshell. If you can't do them two things, you doomed. And we ain't been able to do neither in the last playoff games. So now listen, we blame the run game on Kellen and the whole offense. But we know, like I said, I say this, and I just got to be honest. When we seen Tony go down against the 49ers, I was feeling doomed. Like, that just show you how much confidence I had in Zeke at that time. Like, that's just me being honest. When Tony went down, I was like, bro, it's over. What you thought?
On that playoff game was
when Tony went down, I was like, bro, we through. I just didn't have that much faith in what Zeke was at that period in time. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't have it no more. And it proved to be true because we couldn't run the ball. So like, even when our defense played decent football in them 49ers games, we had no run game to go along with it. You know what I'm saying? So we need a good run game and a good defensive performance. If that can't win in that aspect, I'd be ready to walk out on them.
Yeah,
just being honest. If you got a dope run game up there holding you down, and your defense holding up the other offense, giving you multiple chances to get it done, just like these other great quarterbacks, and you still can't get it done, that's when I'd be like, hey, we might have to escort Dak up out of here. Like, I'll be fair about it. It'll be time then.
Yep. I remember that the Rams ran for almost 300 yards on us. But that's Dak Prescott's fault though. He should have met them niggas in the A gap. He should have
been a defensive tackle.
Yeah, so that's what we be talking about, dog. Like, there's a lot of things that didn't happen. It wasn't Dak Prescott's fault that the defense gave up a 3rd and 20 his rookie year, and then Mason Crosby hit a game-winning field goal. It wasn't his
most unlikely field goal
in league history. Wasn't his fault that the Rams ran for 300 yards. Wasn't his fault. Even in the first 49ers game, people like to give Dak Prescott hell for that. He didn't commit those penalties. Like the Dallas
Andy Gregory running outside and shit.
Like the Dallas Cowboys committed like 15 penalties. They allowed 20 pressures and they allowed 5 sacks at the crib. And he had no run game that game. Zeke no call, no show. Tony Pollard no call, no show.
And is Dak responsible for the players getting open too? I know he got to throw it to the open man, but is he responsible for getting the receivers open as well? Dang.
He said
it's tough to be Dak Prescott out here, ain't it?
It's tough.
Sheesh. He got to go through it for them millions, boy. Dak got to go through it for them M's.
He said 6'4" says no accountability for anything. Y'all put accountability on him for everything.
That's the difference.
So we got to balance that shit out. So yeah, y'all talk about Mr. 3 and out. Was he Mr. 3 and out when he was leading the #1 scoring offense? Or does he have to go out there and catch the motherfucker too? We ain't gonna talk about CeeDee Lamb dropping balls to start the game. We ain't gonna talk about Brandon Cooks getting bullied. We ain't gonna talk about nothing. Even though he completed 41 of 60 passes, we just gonna talk about the 2 picks, and we gonna talk
Defense
about
giving it up.
Yeah, we just gonna talk about that.
Defense giving it up out the gate.
It's all
defense was on the first night basis.
man. Defense.
One night stand defense. That's what we played.
Man,
Them
defense.
boys gave it up. Hi, how are you? What's your name? My
wide
name is this. Straight to the bedroom. They gave it up ASAP.
Wide open, bro. Yeah, So listen, we're not saying Dak Prescott is quarterback Jesus. He has flaws. I don't think there's a perfect quarterback in the world. He
Now
makes
look,
mistakes.
even if
Hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm not saying he's the best quarterback in the world. I'm not saying that he is without any accountability. Because we've even came on here and said he could play better at times. But at the same time, you also got to give the man a fighting chance. I'm not gonna sit here. I seen the best quarterback in the fucking league, who is Patrick Mahomes, get held to 3 points in the biggest game of the year. Man had 3 points at halftime of the Super Bowl. But I need Dak Prescott to score 50 to beat the Green Bay Packers. That's what you telling me? Dak got to drop 50 to beat the Green Bay Packers.
That's all I'm saying. Even if he ain't the best, if you know he's not the best, you should be expecting him to have some help. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it make sense. If y'all be so low on Dak Prescott, if y'all think he's just so terrible, why y'all expectations be so high? Like, that don't even make no sense. Like, think about it. Even the Dak haters that we see, you know what I'm saying? They demand excellent play from him. You know what I'm saying? If you know he's a bum, as they say, why are you thinking that he's gonna be so excellent when the time comes? You holding him to great GOAT type performances every time. It don't make sense. You clearly know that he's that caliber of quarterback. You just want to hate on the man. Listen, I'm not expecting nobody on the Spurs to be putting up 35 points a night other than Wemby. You know what I'm saying? I'm not expecting nobody else to do anything because I don't think they're that great. So, you know, my expectations will tell you what you think of the player, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you expect from Patrick Mahomes next year?
Oh, they'll probably draft a wide receiver. He'll have about 35, 36 passing touchdowns, maybe 50 if he get a dope one.
What you expect from CeeDee Lamb next year?
Probably about 1,300 to 1,400 yards.
Thinking that we got Dak.
We got Dak Prescott in year.
Okay. Now, what you expect from I'm trying to be, I don't want to be mean, so what you expect from I ain't gonna say his name. What you expect from Jalen Brooks?
Wide receiver?
Yeah.
Maybe 100 yards.
That tells you everything. You're not gonna expect Jalen Brooks to be an all-pro, even if he was starting. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna expect these lofty goals from somebody who you know is not capable of that. That's stupid. That's when you crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't make sense. I expect that's like you expect Austin Reeves to win MVP next year. I expect that. Don't that sound crazy?
Mm-hmm.
It makes no sense. You don't expect that level of greatness from players who never showed it to you, or you don't believe they can do that. Mm-hmm. So people just be hating on that man for no reason. That's my point. Oh. And they know he's a great player, great to good player, but they just want to find a reason to dog him out.
So, hey, I got a question for my boy 6'4 Chevy. How many games did the Kansas City Chiefs win this year when the defense allowed 25 points or more? How many games do you think they won? You know, since you know he comes through for his team all the time. How many games did they win when the defense allowed 25 points or more? It's a trick question. They didn't win a damn one.
We need the Jeopardy music.
They didn't win a game. when they allowed 25 points or more, the Kansas City Chiefs lost every game this year. But the beautiful thing about it, his defense was so good, they never allowed 30 points, and they only rarely allowed 25 points or more.
Did he answer the question? He probably tried to go get a lifeline. He like, I gotta call somebody. I need assistance with this question.
Nah, so listen, you got your defense have to keep you in the game if you start slow. The Dallas Cowboys, if Dak Prescott starts slow, we're down 30.
Over with.
It's over with. So this all I'm saying. Like, you got to meet the man halfway. Like, yes, you should be allowed to. It's not ideal, but sometimes your offense is going to start slow. If your offense starts slow, is your defense going to hold up and let them get back in the game? If your defense starts slow, is your offense going to get into a shootout? Well, I seen Dak Prescott get into a shootout against the Seattle Seahawks. Y'all forget about that. The defense no call, no show that game too. Had Geno Smith out there, look like Peyton Manning, little cousin.
Against the Packers too.
Man. And the issue was this time, the offense didn't have it that day. So that's what I'm saying though, man. Like, you have to have some balance. You just can't have a defense that no cause, no show. Like, how do you think you're gonna win a championship and your defense gives up over 28 points a game against teams with winning records? Every team you play in the postseason is going to have a winning record. Yeah, so that don't even sound like a championship defense. That don't even sound like a team you can win with, bro.
This defense wasn't championship level. Like, we can go and say that, especially not in the playoffs.
Listen, we said the shit after the Seattle game. People didn't want to hear that shit.
I was out on this defense after that. I ain't gonna lie.
There's video proof of it too. We said right here on these shows, like, hey man, like these niggas ain't who we thought they were.
After I seen that, I was like, yeah, this defense ain't nowhere near like we thought, y'all.
Especially without Trayvon. Especially without Trayvon Diggs, without no real linebackers. Y'all had safeties playing linebackers, and y'all thought we were finna go win the Super Bowl, man. Y'all up here trying to reinvent football.
DQ. Yeah. May he metaphorically rest in peace. As a like Cowboy.
Hoodlum, man. I ain't seen my nigga Hoodlum in a minute, man. Where you been, bro?
I don't think I seen him either. What's happening with you?
Yeah, shout out to my boy Hoodlum, man. I ain't seen my boy.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Nah, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, man, we can talk about the Dak Prescott discourse as much as we want. But if you're gonna talk about Dak Prescott, I need a realistic solution on how to get his money off the books, find me a new quarterback, and still build my team up. Because I'm not trying to tank or do that other shit. Talk to me about how to rebuild a championship team without Dak Prescott and all the other stuff. My boy said he been dealing with his mental health. Hey, man, you're in our prayers. I hope that everything's going well with you. If you need to talk, jump in the chat box. It's Henny the More on Facebook. If you want to inbox a nigga, you can. You know, we'll chop it up.
My way, man. Hit me up if you need to talk. You know, we always here. You know what I'm saying? Stay strong, my brother.
Indeed, brother. Stay strong, man. But hey, we got you though, bro.
Prayers up. But man, I ain't gonna lie. I've been working since I got home. I gotta get the hell up out of here. I gotta go eat. I gotta do something. I've been working nonstop, man. So I hope y'all enjoyed the shows I did for y'all, man. We appreciate all the love and support. You finna keep rocking here or what?
Man, I myself need to find some nutrients before I fade away from the face of the earth.
Okay.
So,
Cause yeah. I gotta go do the same. So man, like I said, you know I go by LandLord from Alabama with the same handle on all social media. Y'all make sure y'all stay tapped in for the win. Make sure y'all support LandLord and HTM Sports, and make sure y'all stay trill out here, man. Tell the people where to find you at, Mr. HTM.
Yeah, man, it's your boy Henny the More reporting live from the liquor store. Y'all can catch me on YouTube. It's HTM Sports. Make sure y'all go and hit the sub button. We on the road to 2,000. Please run that up. You know, we're gonna continue to bring some fire ass content.
Where you at, bro?
And,
Where you at?
Man,
where you at? In the 2K. How many you need?
62.
62 people, and I know we got at least more than that watching. And I know some of y'all sub, but if you're not, Man, y'all go over there and help him reach that milestone, man. This man been working day in, day out. Y'all make sure y'all take care of our content creator, Mr. HTM Sports. He deserve it. Hey, let him run up to that 2K, man. Go over there and sub to his channel if you're under the sound of my voice, even if you're on Facebook or anything. Y'all go help him reach that milestone, man. Quit playing, quit acting eaglish. Let's get it done, man. Let's get it done.
Indeed, man. But hey, it's always been always a pleasure to rock out with my boy LandLord. You know, we'll spin the block with Wes eventually. You know, hopefully we can get a show in tomorrow or something. But yeah, man, thank y'all for everything. Peace, love, blessings.